Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm still getting some stuff set up this morning, but I just noticed everybody in chat. I'm gonna go in order. Sonic, I hope you enjoy your lembas for breakfast. Good morning, B. And Yoki, thank you for the resub. I did in fact make it to level 20 without dying. No, I'm still getting things set up. I probably maybe should have waited to start. Sadly, I did make it to level 20 without dying. No, I avoided the trees. We may see some trees in the old forest today if we get that far. But we'll see. We'll see how far we get. I mainly just wanted to stream a little bit today ahead of Aubrey's birthday stream. But I'm still getting stuff set up. Ruh-roh. Sonic, thank you for contributing to the community challenge. 48%. And we still have 22 days left. It's Ruh-roh. You know, that's interesting. I say it the first way it's spelled, R-U-H space R-O-H, Ruh-roh. But it does kind of sound like Ruh-roh with T's. Gnocchi, Sonic is asking you what you want me to jump off of. Now that I don't have to worry about falling damage. Well, I still have to worry about it, but it doesn't matter if I die anymore. Oh my goodness. I'll start late next time. All right. Oh, let me tweet. Oh, let me also turn my captioner on. I thought about doing more bingo today, but I need to turn that down because I can't think. I thought about doing more bingo, like bingo cards today, but I didn't get that set up in time either. But maybe sometime. Yes, burn down Arch, it will be the free space. So that's cooked food, but we can also have trail food. My bag is very full. I should probably do something about that. But will I is the question.
I hope you will pardon the mess. I have had so few visitors lately.
I will pack up my belongings and clean up while I am at it. Do you know something? I had quite forgotten till just now, but I've borrowed a number of items from my neighbors over the years and never returned them. I should give these items back before I leave. After all, you never know what might happen on such a journey. I borrowed that ball of twine from Poppy Bracegirdle across the way. Would you mind returning that to her and some of these other borrowed items to my other neighbors as well? I'm not falling for it this time. I'm not Alt F4ing unless I need to leave the game quickly. Poppy accepts the ball of twine with a confused smile. Maybe that can be another bingo square. Alt F4. With no other context but that. Merrimack graciously accepts the teapot. So peaceful and quiet here. Oh, it's because there we go. Myrtle accepts the bucket with a disapproving stare.
I wrote a petition to keep Bingo from going on this foolish adventure.
Bingo kept my bucket for so long I never thought I'd see it again, but now he sends you over to return it, and with no explanation? You open your mouth to respond, but she silences you with a curt gesture. No need to explain now. I know why Bingo is returning all of his borrowed items. He's leaving the Shire. Yes, Esmeralda Burrows told me all about his little secret. I will not stand idly by. I wrote a petition to have Bingo put in the lock holes to keep him from undertaking this foolish adventure, and many notable hobbits signed it. Go speak with the mayor and see if he has ruled on it yet. Myrtle sniffs righteously, certain that her petition will succeed.
a lovely day, isn't it?
Yes, how can I help you? I do hope that it is a quick matter, for I am late to dinner. You politely ask the mayor if he has ruled on the petition submitted by Myrtle Boggs. He sighs. If I had known the sort of complaints I would have had to deal with as mayor, I would never have accepted the office. Do this, do not do that. Stop this person from leaving. Make this person leave. It is a constant din of noise. I suppose the dinners make it all worthwhile, but only just. I am not going to rule on this petition. If Myrtle Boggs wants to stop Bingo Boffin from leaving the Shire, she can lock him up herself. You take this petition and give it to Mr. Boffin, because I want nothing to do with it. Let me in.
Will you look at this? What sweet neighbors I have.
Myrtle Boggs obtained signatures from good hobbits throughout the neighborhood to have me locked up in the lock holes. What a lovely compliment that is. My neighbors care so deeply about me that they are willing to go to such an extreme to keep me from leaving. I have to do something nice for Myrtle. Can you go to the statue of Marco and Blanco in the center of town and pick some of the flowers that grow there to give to Myrtle? Tell her that I received her message as clear as day and will return as soon as I am able. What sweet neighbors I have. Now I feel bad that I borrowed their items for so long without returning them. I'm going to get flowers. Just some peaceful Shire questing, but not really Shire questing. It's Bingo Boffin questing. I don't know if I said that. I'm working on the Bingo Boffin quests today. We're picking the flowers for, what's her name? Already forgot her name. I probably didn't say anything. I just dove straight in once I finished what I was posting and setting up. I love the broken shadow. Look at the way those assets are folded together. Oh, I love it. Myrtle is her name. Picking flowers for her. Myrtle accepts the flowers with confusion and embarrassment.
Oh, what is this? I will write another petition.
What are these flowers? Has the mayor ruled on my petition to put Bingo Boffin in the lock holes? You explained that Bingo wanted you to deliver these flowers to Myrtle in appreciation for her kind thoughts. Kind thoughts? I mean, yes, of course. I wish only the best for all of my neighbors, but still. I will write another petition. This one will be about something else, but it will be serious. You'll see.
The journey is so close now.
I thank you once again. I am touched to know that Myrtle cares so much for me, and I will miss her. But now, if you'll excuse me, I have some more packing to do. But the journey is so close now. I can't decide between the loner and happy to help, because on the one hand, the lore, and on the other hand, I am happy to help. But I feel like that's the thing, is even though the lore includes some lone wolf tendencies. It also includes wanting to help people. I'm not going to use either of them anyway because I have my Undying title. I'm gonna go for happy to help. I feel like the loner is such a behind her title.
The day has finally arrived.
The day has finally arrived. My journey begins, and I want you to travel with me if you do not object to the adventure. You are under no bond to go further than you will, and if you decide to take your leave at any point, I will not judge nor think less of you for the decision. But I hope you will share in my journey no matter the miles. Do you know something, my woman friend? I thought it would be more difficult to begin, but it seems that leaving is easy after all. I thought it would be more difficult to say goodbye to my home, but the idea of such an adventure fills my heart with excitement enough to propel my feet without regret. I have studied the map a great deal, and I believe we should leave Mickle Delving by the eastern road, making for Waymeet and Tuckborough. Let us walk to the crossing of the ways at the town of Waymeet, and then decide our next course. What level is this quest? 12? Okay. And I have a bingo badge. Yes, I have 5 bingo badges. I'm gonna stop by Bert before I go meet Bingo. See what he's got for me.
I have collected many fine items during my travels.
I don't think I'm gonna get any of the gear stuff. Because I'm just gonna replace it anyway. So we'll have to wait to spend our other bingo badges until we get to the Breland Bert. Oh, let me check one thing while I'm here. I want to make sure there's not any. I know I have a couple of crafting quests, but I want to make sure I'm not neglecting to turn in any quests here. No. Because I don't want to totally neglect finishing my Shire quests and stuff. But A, I knew that I was going to do a shorter-ish stream today. And B, the deed I want to work on next, which we're going to have to work on quite a few, so it almost kind of doesn't matter what order we do them in, but I really want to work on that, the rep in Bree. And the best way to do that is in the Barrow Downs.
I think I forgot something.
I've spent the last few minutes trying to decide what has been troubling me, and I think I have at last got it sorted. My walking stick. I left it leaning against the side of my hobbit hole and did not pick it up when we departed. Would you mind running back to my hole and retrieving the walking stick? I thought it was easy to leave, and easy it was. Easy to leave without my walking stick, but I miss it already and cannot go much longer without it. I hope you do not think me a fool for leaving it, but leave it I did. I will continue on to Bywater while you fetch the walking stick, so we do not slow the journey over much. I will meet you in the center of Bywater in a short while. I do want to check what the progress on my Shire deeds is. Done 11 of the 13 quick post ones. I just need to go to the quarry for that one. And goblins, harvest flies, and spiders, and I have the quest for the harvest flies, and I've started the goblins. I'm doing pretty good. I think I'm almost done with the Shire. It doesn't seem that way because I think the Shire prologue is one of the shorter ones. And it feels like I haven't gotten very far in it. But I have. I think I'm gonna not swift travel in the interest of I don't want things to take too long, but I also don't want to go too quickly, because there's a certain point where the bingo boffin quests are going to start getting a little over my level, and I might want to stop there and finish up the Shire. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. No, not little. Hee hee. I do really I like being in the Shire. I like the Shire. It's just the questing in the Shire that is almost a little mind-numbing. But being in the Shire, I'm cool with. Do I have a quest to turn in here? I think I do. No, I don't.
Ah, there you are, my traveling companion.
You have collected my walking stick. Very good. That will be a big help on the miles ahead. I do not doubt it. I did not nip into the Green Dragon just for this ale, though it is quite good and you should try some. No, I was being followed about town by a number of nosy hobbits and came in here to evade them. I think perhaps we two should leave quietly and slip through the swamps around Frogmorton so we can leave without being pestered. I will meet you in the Frogmoors. I'm not going back there. I'm going this way. And I don't have a quest to turn in here, right? Just making sure.
I think we evaded the nosy hobbits, but my choice of detour is not ideal.
You see, I simply cannot stand frogs and toads. The sight of them fills me with trepidation, and I find myself quite unable to move. No, do not say it. I thought perhaps the Frogmoors was just a silly name. I did not know it would be home to so many of the creatures. Slimy, croaking devils. Can you defeat some of the wild hill toads in our way? Just enough for me to get back to the road? I would appreciate it ever so much. If I can see any of them. Good luck on your truck, Gnocchi, and thank you for lurking. Oh, thank you, Sonic. And thank you, Arahwina, for the follow and the compliment.
You are not going to believe this, but I have forgotten something else.
I brought one of the satchels I intended to bring, but I forgot the other. Can you run back to my home and retrieve it for me? I simply cannot do without this other satchel. Indeed, it contains almost the entire reason for my journey. You've defeated enough of the toads that I should be able to make it back to the road and will continue the journey while you run back to my other satchel. I will meet up with you on the outskirts of the town of Budgeford if you find that agreeable. Good morning, Brewster. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy your lumbus. Someday soon I'm gonna start crafting. And then there will be lumbus to go around. I know I did say that 2 weeks ago. But I've completely restarted a character since then, and I didn't have a cook at the time. Now I do have a cook, but I need to save up for my forester crafting profession before I really go into the crafting. Go into, I meant get into. I can't words. I don't brain.
Hello there.
My allergies are okay. And yes, I do know it's allergies. I just like to say allergies, strategy. because I think it's fun. But I'm doing pretty good. Hope everybody else is doing pretty good too, because it is allergy season. Get Bingo's satchel. Mommy already yawning. It's only, I don't know what's up, but it's a yawn city lately for me. You retrieve Bingo's other satchel and should now bring it to him in Budgeford.
Good day.
Take me to Stock. Oh, can I only swift travel to Stock? Well, what if I not swift travel to Hobbiton and then to Stock? What then? What if I cheat the system? Oh my goodness. Gosh, you with the raid. Welcome in, everybody. Let's do a shout out. And thank you for the follow. Was it Slayer Saturday or something else today? Is it Saturday? I don't know what day it is. You guys, if you're not following Goshil, you should be. Ah, fun. But I hope you get a nice break between now and Slayer Saturday and that it goes well. And I hope you had a really great stream. Oh, I don't know why I hopped on Trout because I gotta go to Stock.
How do you do?
Tea. welcome in everybody. We're doing some bingo boffin quests today. And in a couple of hours, we're gonna raid Aubrey the Weird One for her birthday streak. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Also, for anyone who doesn't already know, every Saturday, there's something called Slayer Saturday. And there's a schedule posted somewhere on Discord, I believe. And a group of people get together and they work on all of the early deeds to grind Lotro points and get them done for new characters. I can imagine there being a little bit of raging involved in Warden. I've only ever seen people play Warden, and I'm already like, I don't know if that's for me. That requires a little bit too much brain. Is this the road? This is the road. Excellent.
There you are, and you retrieve the satchel I left behind.
Thank you very much for this, my friend. Do you know why this satchel is so important for me to have? It is because this bag contains my parchment quill and several ink bottles. I intend to write about my journey, keeping a record of everything that happens to us on the way. I want to document my adventures so I will never forget it. I thought it would be easy to leave my home. I told you as much when we departed Mickle Delving, did I not? Oh, thank you for lurking, Oshiel. Enjoy your screen break, and good luck later. But it seems that some part of me has been dragging his feet. First I left my walking stick, and then I developed a fear of toads I never had before. And then I discovered my satchel and writing supplies were left behind. Like young Willibald here, with the hole in his boat, I am finding it harder to leave home than I expected. Oh, thank you, Brewster. Brewster has linked the Slayer Saturday schedule. I'm going to pin that instead of my Discord for today. For anybody who wants to be able to join in later. What server are they on today? I could check myself. Today is April 12th. Arkenstone, fun. I used to play on Arkenstone. I think Arkenstone was the first server I ever played on. I don't know why I ever switched. I think I went Arkenstone to Brandywine and then Brandywine to Crick Hollow. But I will not give up as long as I have you nearby to encourage me, my friend. The journey awaits. When I played on Arkenstone, I did not take my time. I read the quests when I first played, like, just to myself. But then it started stressing me out because I started doing my starting over thing, that I would walk up to an NPC and be standing there for a few minutes reading, and then other people would just like drive by, turn in a quest, accept the new one. And it wasn't so much like, I understood that they probably weren't reading the quest because they were either probably people who weren't going to read it anyway or had already done the quest a million times, and so they knew what it said. But it would stress me out to like start at the same time as someone and have them be blowing past me the whole time and getting ahead of me the whole time. So I just stopped reading. And then I just continued starting over and over again.
Our journey continues, my adventurous friend.
It will be a short walk to the Brandywine Bridge, and then we will cross into Buckland. I've only been over the bridge a few times in my life, and that was to visit my cousin Priska and her family. Perhaps we can stop by her home for a short visit before traveling further east, but let us not get ahead of ourselves. First, let us walk to the bridge and admire the view. Yeah, one thing, another big reason why I'm slowing down now is because I realized that it's just not sustainable to have a bunch of alts and expect to get very far in the game, like long term. And I'd really like to see more of the game than I've already seen. And also, now that I'm here at the beginning again, I've learned so much about the starting areas that I didn't already know, and a lot of the drama here and what's going on. So I really like being able to like get into the thick of it again. We're gonna have ads in about 4 seconds, so I'm gonna park on the bridge and let the ads run and then continue. Well, I'm gonna park right here by Bingo. I'm gonna take in the view that he's taken in. Welcome in, Nate, and thank you for contributing to the... I immediately forgot the words community challenge again. To the community challenge. We are, in fact, at 50%. We should be at 51% because it says 51,000. And it's 100,000, but... Scriftboy, also thank you for contributing to the Monster Play stream community challenge. 52% now, which again, it's about 1,000 behind, but I'll take it. I did hit 20. Let me, I was just taking in the view here with bingo. But I am undying. Oh, that's not my title. Everantha Rushlight the Undying. My gear outfit is crazy. But here's my cosmetic outfit, which is also a little crazy. Yeah, now I can like jump off of things, like cliffs and stairs, and I can fight trees, which we might have to do today if I'm not careful. Okay.
Let us cross the bridge and visit my cousin Priska.
All right. Sometimes I can't take bingo in only one ear. It wasn't so long ago that I was learning to swim near here. Do you remember it? It was right over there. I appreciate you not telling everyone that I was not really swimming. That was a kind turn, and I will not forget it. It will still be a fine adventure, even bridge-bound and landlocked. Let us cross the bridge and visit my cousin Priska at her home in Newbury. If I remember correctly, her home is just across the bridge and south through the Buckling Gate, first house on the left. Normally I would start taking all these Buckland quests, but I think I'm gonna save them for later. And here's Priska's house.
It has been so long since Cousin Bingo came to visit.
I do think I've read this quest at one point because I know where all of the Boffin children are, but I know it from muscle memory. But we're in for a doozy on the reading. Oh, it has been so long since Cousin Bingo has come to visit, and here the house is so dirty and untidy. I wish he had written a letter to let me know he was coming, but my children are out and about already, running errands throughout Crick Hollow, Newbury, and Buckland. Would you mind telling them to come home? You ask Priska how you will find her children, and she smiles. I can tell you where I thought they were going, if that helps. Angelica loves animals. She is always looking to feed and water the livestock, and even loves cleaning up after them. If there is an animal in jeopardy, she will be there as well, trying to help it. Barlack also likes to help out with chores, but only if they bring him near to a quiet, sunny place to sleep. He is likely sleeping in a haystack somewhere. Camellia left home with a bucket. She was going to get some water from the well. Dinadas has been sweet on young Celandine Brandybuck for some time now. She may know where he is. Esmeralda loves to go dancing in the Toad Marsh. Fosco is unusual among my children in that he loves the river and the ferry and wants to learn boating. He is likely daydreaming not far from the Buckleberry Ferry. I went to the Buckland Fair with Griffo earlier today, but I had my fill before long and came home. Griffo may still be there. He was already tucking into his food when I left. He was really tucking into his food when I left. Ooh, words. So here's Angelica helping this cow that's on a roof. How do you think she got all the way up here? She does not want to come down now, does she? Not with all this attention, anyway. You tell Angelica that Bingo Boffin, her first cousin once removed, has come to visit. Oh, how lovely. My mother always spoke very highly of Cousin Bingo. I will head home to see him in just a moment. And then if we follow this path, here's Barrelac.
Let a fellow sleep if you have any
What is
decency.
it? What is the hurry? Let a fellow sleep if you have any decency. Well, all right. I will get up in a moment. Ooh, Trout doesn't like to jump if he's stationary, which is true of all the horses. Oh, I should have asked Celandine to let me go really quickly. So there's Camellia, and we probably saw Dino up there. But let me just get Celandine's dialogue. For the lore.
Hello there.
You were looking for Dinadas? Oh, I hope I did not hurt his feelings. He came to speak to me earlier and asked if I wanted to attend the festival dances with him. I tried to be polite, but I think he was disappointed by my refusal. He may be off by himself somewhere, low on morale, the poor thing. And the low on morale is the keyword there. I think it's fun. Because we'll come up over here and we'll grab Camellia. And then Dinadas is in the res circle. Because he's low on morale, get it?
Yes? Can I help you with something?
You tell Camellia that Bingo Boffin, her first cousin once removed, has come to visit. Oh, how nice. I had better finish drawing water from the well and bring it home. I imagine that adventuring is thirsty work, and my cousin Bingo may be quite parched.
You see before you a defeated hobbit, stranger.
What if I get a laugh track sound alert? I asked Celandine Brandybuck to the festival dances, but she did not wish to attend them with me and told me so. I picked these flowers and everything. What a crushing defeat. Defeat, get it? You give Dinadas your sympathy and also tell him that Bingo Boffin, his first cousin once removed, has come to visit. I see. I will come home to see Cousin Bingo and will attempt to adopt a sunny disposition. He will be none the wiser, and next time he comes to visit, perhaps I will have bounced back from this sad defeat. It is to be hoped, is it not? I hope he got to level 20 first. Oh, let me grab the stable master.
Oh, good day.
But Esmeralda's out here dancing with the toads. Ooh. I'm used to being so over level by the time I get over here. But at least they're, you know, they're not friendly, but they're not
Dancing
aggro.
is something you can do anywhere. And should.
What a lovely surprise. I will return home in a moment. We'll go up here to get the last two. Fosco's back. Let me through. Fosco's back here. in the crafting area. Or, well, a little bit past the crafting area, actually.
All right. I'll go there in a moment.
One of Fosco's eyes blinks open and studies you closely. You apologize for waking him and also tell him that Bingo Boffin, his first cousin once removed, has come to visit. And then he goes back to sleep. There's the ferry on the other side. We saw that side of the ferry yesterday. Now that tent is where we're gonna go for Griffo, but I am a path follower for immersion's sake. I don't want to disturb the hobbits by riding my steed through their countryside. They stay on the path. Until there is no more path.
The food at this fair is delicious and abundant.
Hello there, stranger. I'm waiting for another plate of meat and cheese, but if you let someone know, I'm sure they will bring you one as well. You tell Griffo that Bingo Boffin, his first cousin once removed, has come to visit. I have not seen Cousin Bingo in a long time. The last time he came to visit, I was very small. Our mother served a delicious roast duck pie, and there was plenty for everyone. I will return home to see Cousin Bingo in a moment.
How does Priska keep track of all these children?
It looks as if all the children have returned. Where did Priska find the time to have all these hobbits, and how does she keep track of them all? I want you to promise me something. If somewhere along this journey I decide that I want to have children, remind me of Cousin Priska, and then talk me out of it with force if necessary.
I am really sorry about this, but I think we forgot one.
I must confess that I did not remember Priska having so many sons and daughters. I will work to remember all their names. When I was last here several years ago, one of Priska's daughters made an impression, for she was becoming quite an adventurous sort. What would she say about my present journey, I wonder? She had a flowery name, I believe. Marigold, perhaps? Yes, that was it. Now where is young Marigold? I mean, her name could have been Hyacinth.
Marigold has been going further and further into the old forest recently.
You're right, I don't see Marigold anywhere, but that's not unusual. She's always wandering off. She fashioned herself a wooden sword and fancies herself a hero. Can you believe that? She's been going further and further into the old forest recently, and sometimes brings back mushrooms and other treats for the rest of us kids. It's dangerous in there, though. Bats and roots and wolves, she says. If you're going to track her down in the old forest, you'll need to deal with all of those at some point. Okay. Oh, not Daffodil. R.I.P. Daffodil. But let me eat some food. Oh, maybe I should have waited to eat the food. But I'm gonna head into the forest. So far, so good on the level. I have a feeling that as we get closer into the Barrow Downs, it's going to become a little bit more difficult. I could take some of these other quests that go into the forest and I'm thinking about it. No. It's bingo boffin day. When I get to the Barrow Downs, though, I am going to take more quests that go into the Barrow Downs. Obviously. Because... Hang on a second. I might be changing my mind a little bit. Because if there are Slayer deeds in the Old Forest, there are awakened trees. It's awakened trees and... I thought there was a bear one, too. Is that a different... Oh, welcome in, Sergeant Major Fish. Oh, I bet that was a lot of fun questing with Poteen and Ink. Let me get you a shout out. Y'all should follow Sergeant Major Fish as well. He does great Lotro content. Is there not a bear's deed? Oh, gift for Tortoise Hunter? Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the gear, Kalako. Would you like anything in return if you're here in chat? Oh, I need some bag space. I don't have Lembas, alas. But I might have some other things. Let me think about this. Okay, I won't be able to do that, but... No, that's not gonna... Well, I might. Hold on. I can't think. Oh, I don't have room. Hang on. I know it's not much. But okay, I can't do that one, but we can do the biscuits. And that does help me out, by the way, because I cleared up some bag space. I need to find that bear deed because I swear I had one on the other character. Oh, there's more? Goodness gracious. And there's more. Thank you so much. Okay, hold on. I'm getting... Let me... Oh, I do want to keep some of this other stuff that was also crafted. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me think here. Let me also see. Oh, nice. It's my outfit, but just different. Cool, 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 cool. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. I like orange chicken. There used to be this place that I would get like Chinese takeout from that would do like it was called General's Orange Chicken, and it was a blend of General Tso's and orange chicken, obviously, but it was so good. I'm gonna put one of the daggers. No, I'm gonna put one of the daggers away because I like to single wield. I'm just silly like that. I kind of want to keep this sword because it's cool. And any of these are Crafted? No. I'm gonna need to remember to send gems. I think there's just something about it for me. I don't think it'll hurt me for stats. I don't have any moves that require dual wielding to use, which I know is true in some classes. There's just something about it that I really prefer the single. Okay, let me make a note to send. Maybe, but there's lots of other ways I get stats too. I have so much other gear that gives me stats. I get the passive bonuses from the virtues. Well, plus also as a hunter, when I get my legendary items, I can only have a legendary bow and then a single legendary melee weapon. So maybe when that happens, I'll start putting my non-legendary melee weapons in the other slot, but we'll see. I wanted to make a note though. To send my gems as thanks for the jewelry when I have them. But I swear, maybe I'm just straight up thinking of the... Oh, you know what it is? I'm thinking of that Awakened Trees deed that you can do part of it over in the Southern Barrow Downs. They're like over here or something, and there's also bears down there, so there's not a bear's deed. So I am gonna keep just trundling along through the forest. Ooh, I have to get gloom wings. It's funny how I can remember stuff as I was thinking about it, but I don't always get the details quite right. Yeah, things can always change. And who knows, maybe when they do the hunter retool, they might make it more necessary to use two weapons. I think there used to be a hunter move where you needed to dual wield, but I could be thinking of a different class. Or a different spec line. I'm looking for... Okay, I guess we're fighting this bear. I guess we're fighting bears anyway. I'm gonna hold on to that for now. Yeah, I think it's good to plan, but it's also good to be flexible. Like, don't plan so much that you don't leave room for things to go wrong, if that makes sense. or not wrong, but just, I know that sometimes, and I definitely struggle with this sometimes, it's so demoralizing for something unexpected to happen that it almost makes you not want to go through with what you were doing anyway. I need one more forest hunter before I leave the quest area, so let me make sure I get one. Okay, I just wanted to make sure there would in fact be one over here. Yeah, you have to leave room to get killed by a tree.
This spooky forest makes me nervous.
We found Marigold. I've only recently become an adventurer of sorts, and I must say that my old habits and customs are difficult to shake, for this spooky forest makes me uncomfortable. But Marigold is just a young hobbit, and she has been coming in here and dealing with its dangers on a regular basis. Her gifts of mushrooms and treats must have bought the silence of her siblings, for Briscoe would never allow this behavior.
Cousin Bingo is an adventurer too? I am so happy to hear it.
Do you know that I never really believed I was a boffin? All of my brothers and sisters are so dull. Ooh, happy to stay at home as far from excitement as possible. Esmeralda might go dancing in the Toad Marsh, but when I suggested we walk to the Midgewater Marshes on the other side of Bree and dance there, she refused. She threatened to tell her mother, so I did not push it. But isn't that dull? I made this sword from a branch and rescued this shield from a wolf's den when the wolves were gone. I didn't think any other boffin would do those things, but now it seems Cousin Bingo is an adventurer too. You do not know how happy I am to hear it. Anyway, you found me just in time. I met a curious creature in the woods, and he offered to show me his home. You can come along too if you like. I didn't catch his name, but he wore yellow boots and said his house was to the northeast of here. I'm gonna follow the river since I'm on foot anyway. Not the Spidos. Leave me alone. I would fight them, but I'm not gonna get the XP anyway. I cannot believe one of them is still chasing me. There's no way. Am I just glitched in combat? I think I am. There's no way anything is still chasing me. What if I go inside Tom Bombadil's house? Oh. Yeah, I'm definitely glitched. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. No. Please. I can't. Please stop. can't get through the door. Oh my God. Oh. No, this is... Okay, I have to alt F4. There's no other option. Oh my goodness. Okay. Give me 1 second and we'll get logged back in. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you, Retro. I hope you're able to get it running. And welcome in, Rains. It's good to see you. We had a little glitchy poo, so I'm letting the game rest for a second. Yeah, it seems the latest update has borked a couple of things. My glitch started with me being stuck in combat, so I was like, let me go inside, because normally if you go inside, you effectively escape whatever combat you're in, but no, going inside just made it worse. I did get undying before I started having any issues. We had one incident yesterday of the jumping in water inside the tavern glitch, but it did not prohibit me from getting undying. Undying is secure. Now I can jump off of whatever stuff I want and fight as many trees as I can. Welcome in, Gondo. We're taking a small break because I had to Alt F4 to escape a glitch. Good morning. I don't know. I was in combat running from some spiders. And then I was in combat running from some spiders, and then I was stuck in combat even though there were no spiders anywhere in sight. So I was right at Tom Bombadil's house, and I was like, why don't I go inside? Because going inside usually ends combat, because there's no combat inside most of the time. And that was probably the worst idea I could have had at the moment. Because when I got inside, it was, let me see if I can go back and clip it. Probably not right now, but later I will clip it probably, and it'll become my third YouTube short. Oh yeah, rubber band jumping, water noises. Begging the game to let me back outside. And then it wouldn't let me log out because I was, quote, moving. Yeah, that's wild. I wonder if I had just waited, if it would have maybe dropped aggro on its own. But I decided to take a different approach. Five minutes. Oh my god. What's happening? That's crazy. Tom wasn't even in there. Tom was outside, and Goldberry was standing there watching that happen to me. Mom, thank you for contributing to the community challenge. There was also another player in there, and I don't know if that player just saw me jumping or what the deal was. I'm sure Tom thought I was having a great time. What do you mean? She's jumping. I jump all the time. No big deal. The idea of Tom Bombadil watching that happen to me and deciding it's normal is so funny to me for some reason. Alright, let me get the game back up. I think that's enough of a break. Come on, game capture. You can do it. There you go. I don't think I'm going to be doing any of the dailies or LI stuff until level 45, to be totally honest. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to. Well, I mean, the dailies I could, but I want to save it. I got other stuff to do in the meantime. Oh, Brewster, I loved that little lore backstory post. I lost it already. It was so wonderful. I love when my chat stops auto-scrolling. Well, I think the dailies give a lot of the reward track experience, and I don't have that unlocked yet. It was a little sinister, but in a mysterious way, and I liked it. A little ominous, a little funky. Oh, look who's here now. Look who's here now. Why didn't you help me before? I'm not gonna slap Tom Bombadil. But maybe. Maybe I'll give him a little grumble. I love when my chat stops auto-scrolling. Oh, he didn't like that. Alas, I don't have the fish slap emote. Maybe next spring.
Have you ever seen such a cozy little cottage?
It is the home of my new friend Tom and his wife Goldberry. They are most mysterious, and I want to learn more about them if I can. Where did they come from? Why do they live in the old forest? I have so many questions, but whenever I ask them, they only smile and have no direct answers for me. Still, I'm so very pleased to have met them. What does Cousin Bingo think of my new friends, I wonder?
What a strange sight. A tidy little cottage in a dangerous wood.
Home to a most peculiar individual and his equally mysterious wife. I never thought such a place existed. If my journey ended tomorrow, I would still count it an adventure full of wonders. I need to rest from our journey through the forest. Perhaps later I can speak with Tom and Goldberry and write a description of them for my own journal.
I need a description of this curious Tom Bombadil fellow.
You know that I wanted to document our journey, writing down the experiences we have and the places we see, and that includes describing the people we meet. No account of my adventure to this point would be complete without a description of this curious Tom Bombadil fellow. That much is clear, but I have encountered an early problem in this attempt, for I simply do not know of any way to describe him in such a way that does the fellow justice. Can you speak to him and learn what you can of Tom in order to educate me on the subject? Why wouldn't he just talk to Tom? See, this is when I start going, you know, bingo, that cliffside's awfully close. Because how am I going to help? What are his likes and dislikes? From where did he come, and what drives him from day to day? Good luck to you, my friend. Perhaps the words will flow when you report back to me what you learn. It's just a little side quest series. It was one of the episodic content. Or it was the first one, really, where it was a new quest would come out every week.
Now let the fun begin, let us sing together.
Why now, young one? Questions are for asking, but the fun lies in the seeking. You ask about old Tom, but that is a question with many answers. Why not ask the trees why they be a swaying, or the light a brightening? Tom likes walking in the woods of an evening, and singing in the morning sun when the moon skips away, as would all who try it. Still you ask and ask, too many questions for so lovely a day. Stand in the foam of the falling water nearby, and you will know what it is to be Tom Bombadillo. No, Bingo Boffin's a couple years old now. Not the Ballad of Bingo Boffin. Bingo Boffin's like little old man hobbit. I mean, he's not that. He's a fairly young hobbit, but not that young of a hobbit. I'm gonna jump. Oh, I can't. The one time the game doesn't let me do it. I want to try. Oh. No. Broke my leg twice. You stand in the cold water until you are waterlogged and sopping. There he is.
Ring a dong, hop along, follow the willow.
Sopping wet you are like Tom after a fresh rain in spring, dripping all about but refreshed and happy? Learn from old Tom, for he has seen summers and winters and summers again, one for every droplet that cascades from the heights. Hey now, still with questions? Tom's way is to take the bad and make it good. Old Man Willow, that mean streak in his heart, has grown wider for many a day now, and he could do with some cheering. Go to old Willow Man and dance and lighten his mood. Then you will know what it is to share Tom's interest in all creatures, both good and bad. There's a way that you can, like, kind of get close enough. You are filled with unease. Tom really wants you to dance here? Yeah, he does. You dance, and for a moment, you feel a sense of welcome. Then it is gone. Okay, let me out of here. I'm not welcome anymore. I want to leave. Yeah, Old Man Willow said, that's enough. Oh, not the big yawn. Old Man Willow said, that's enough.
Hey, come, Derry Dole, can you hear me singing?
Hey do, merry do, dancing all day. Questions are for answering, but that's enough today.
Tom is a mystery. Asking him questions is met with laughter and nonsense.
This is not working. Tom is a mystery, and any attempt to get him to answer questions about himself is met with laughter and nonsense. Perhaps if he were to read some of my accounts so far, he would better understand why we want to know about him. Take my manuscript to him and see if that gets him to open up about himself, if you would.
Tom Bum, Jolly Tom, Tom Bombadillo.
What a wonder, these leaves all covered with words written down with care. I can feel the letters beneath my fingers, ink dried and thoughts saved. That is not Tom's way, but there is a joy in remembering. These pages are like a song sung in the morning, but carried on the wind until afternoon, when it might be heard again. I delight in the feel of these pages and their tiny words. Let me sit with them a while, and you speak with the river daughter Goldberry has returned from her spring for a time, and she is more fair and more lovely than when she left. There she is.
I bid you welcome, wanderer in the wood.
Your face is full of questions, young one. Has Tom confused you with his riddles and his songs? I believe he has given you what you sought, though you may not know it. Who is Tom Bombadil? He is, and no one else. He is a mischievous sort, and loves to laugh. He will ask you to stand beneath a waterfall, only to experience the feel of the water and the joy of dripping on the carpet. He is the master of water, wood, and hill, and cares for all who inhabit those places, even if their hearts are rotten and mean. He seeks to lighten their moods and ease their pains, but that is a long answer. He is Tom Bombadil, and there is no one else like him.
Yes, that seems a fair assessment of our peculiar host. Thank you.
I still cannot believe that you actually stood underneath a waterfall and danced with a malevolent tree on my behalf. You are a good friend, and I am glad that you are coming with me on this journey.
Please speak to Tom and retrieve my manuscript before we go.
I would say it is time to see Marigold safely back to Newbury and for our own journey to continue. I have enjoyed this brief stay at the house of Tom Bombadil, but there are many other places to see and people to meet. Would you mind speaking to Tom and retrieving my manuscript from him? I am most interested to hear what he thought of it, now that he has had plenty of time to read.
Ring a dong, hop along, follow the willow.
Your words are all a scramble, young one. Tom remembers a great many things, the sun in the morning, the breezes of midday, the swelter of afternoon, and the cool of evening, but he does not know the pages of which you speak. There is no need for writing. If you spend all the day writing, that is a day you have missed. Do not look so glum. I am sure this writing will turn up. I may have set it down outside. There's so many things to see, happy distractions all, and sometimes things get lost. All is found in the end, hey? Ruh-roh.
Tom has misplaced my manuscript. Oh, bother.
I know there wasn't yet much of it, but I still keenly feel its loss. I will not be able to recreate exactly what I wrote the first time. Perhaps I should just abandon this endeavor. I am not a writer, and I am not an adventurer. You seek to console the unhappy hobbit, and soon Bingo is slightly less despondent. Perhaps you're right. Tom is most at home outdoors. Perhaps he set it down somewhere nearby. Can you look around in the vicinity and see if you see any pages of my manuscript? I do not want to lose the record of this journey so near the start of it. Oh. I got the time wrong on the birthday stream. Okay, I think we're gonna have to end here for today. Because I just noticed that Aubrey's live, and also I realized time zones exist. But I guess this is a good spot. As good as any. Well, let me get through this synonyms for spookies part and kind of get myself parked over by the... She's live right now. But I'm gonna finish up this part of synonyms for spooky. I found the first page, and we're gonna go a little further to get the next page. Man, I don't know how I did that. But I'm gonna get myself parked over by those quest givers for the Barrow Downs, and I think that'll be a great place to end. It was not the vapor inhaler. Excuse me. Oh.
The wind must have carried the rest of the pages into the Barrow Downs.
Thank you for finding part of my manuscript. Tom must have set it down outside and the wind took it, carrying pages north among the trees. You found some of them, but it seems to me that the rest of the pages must have been carried further north into the Barrow Downs. That place has a frightful reputation, and I did not plan to explore it, but now it seems I have no choice. We have to search the Barrow Downs for the remainder of the missing pages. It looks as if I am missing the section of my journal that concerns my swimming lesson and the section dealing with our departure from the Shire. After we are finished in the Barrow Downs, we should travel back to Newbury to bring Marigold home. I will see you there.
If you are going to brave the Barrow Downs, so am I.
You found some of Cousin Bingo's missing pages on the path to the north, didn't you? That way leads to the Barrow Downs. If you are going to brave that spooky place, so am I. A hero never runs away from a challenge, no matter how scary. I have heard that some frightful creatures make their homes among the burial mounds of men in the Barrow Downs, and we will need to face some of them if we go there. Watch out for ravenous bargaists and giant crawlers, for they will be watching out for you. Okay. Let's hurry on along. When I get over to the quest givers, I'm gonna pop into Aubrey's stream on my phone and check how things are going. And if things are going well, I'm gonna start the raid. But well, I mean, I hope things are going well, period. But if they haven't quite started yet, then I will read some of these quests over here. Probably starting with one of these two. Okay, I am gonna read some of these.
Stay and have some tea.
Except not that one, because that one's for last.
Might I take a moment of your time?
While we pushed through the fiends and the fog, we lost a few people. Some headed deeper into the mist of the Barrow Downs, and we hope they survive to reach a safe location in the south. Others were stricken with terrible pox. One of these men was not as ill as others, but being sick, he offered to take word back to Bree requesting help. I fear that the disease comes from the crawlers and rats infesting this land. If this is true, then we shall need to clear a path through the Barrow Downs so we have a safe path out. If you are willing, kill these creatures, but be wary. Their bites and even their flesh may cause some vile illness or disease.
Would you do something for me?
Before my journey here to the Barrow Downs, I did some reading to learn about the area. I learned about the barrows of 3 men of Cardolan, Taradan, Oron, and Ringdor. I would surely like to have found some evidence to keep of my journey to those places. Try digging at the entrances to those barrows. I believe they lie in the northeast area of the Barrow Downs. Here, take this pickaxe. The tip has been blunted, so your digging shouldn't cause any damage to any lore fragments you uncover.
Hello, friend. Could you help me with something?
Hi, Jules. I've lived a long time here in Breland, but in my long life, I've never taken the time to learn the land's history. Now, near the end of my days, I found I wanted to know what came before. I joined this trip to the Barrow Downs with hopes of finding some keepsakes or to take some rubbings, but it seems the Barrow Downs had a design of its own. I remember tromping over the hills as a lad and seeing that some of the barrows had fallen into a ruin. I remember lots of broken stones, covered in rune letters, littering the ground, especially near the dead spire. I wanted a few of those stones for my own. Are you interested in bringing me, say, 3 of the stone fragments from near the dead spire? Perhaps we can both learn a bit of history. Also, a big shout out for Jules. If you guys aren't already following Jules' quests, you should be. She's very sweet and she does great Lotro content. Okay, let me grab one more quest.
Could I speak with you a moment?
The constables warned us of reports of... Oh, 2 more quests. Yeah, Jules' stream is very cozy vibes. I love hanging out in there. Oh, a painting. That's so sweet. Ooh. Deep breath for the reading. The constables warned us of reports of evil swelling and pouring... I'm sorry. Let me start that sentence over because that's not the intonation. The constables warned us of reports of evil swelling and pouring out of the Barrow Downs. It appears we should have listened. Here we are now, holed up in this hollow with the foreboding forest at our west and unknown terrors at our east. Perhaps it is fortune that brings you here. We are in dire need of aid, and it seems that your arrival is providence. It seems that the passage of some shadow has stirred this land and surrounded it in evil. We have set ourselves here, but while here, it would be good to help the folk of Bree. Please, if you would, hunt down the fiendish wights dwelling now in these barrows.
Would you do something
Another
for
deep
me?
breath. In all my years of heading into these haunted lands, never have I seen anything like this. You must trust me, friend. I would never have taken folk into the Barrow Downs had I known what walked here now. We shielded them as best we could, but the fright is still too much to ignore. It is the howling of the Barghists. It will drive us mad if we cannot quell it. Could you help us? Kill those beasts, these terrors, so that we might have some rest to regain our strength for a return to Bree. Let me see. Oh, congrats to this hunter. Let me grab... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then there's... Okay. Okay, I'm gonna leave the quests that I currently have. I'm gonna leave the quests that I currently have in my quest log. Right now, I have 37 quests in my quest log, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in my quest tracker. A bunch of these quests, though, are these repeatable Bree hunting lodge quests. And I was thinking that tomorrow what I would start with was doing these, like, the Bingo Boffin quest. It's my Tokens of Heroism quest. It's a personal quest only for me. Only I can have them. It's the, you get Tokens of Heroism if you're on Fearless or higher. At least I think it's Fearless or higher. On the landscape difficulty. And then when you face an enemy that is one level lower than you or higher, so basically like, oh no, your level or higher, one level lower. Okay, let me start this over. The Tokens of Heroism come from enemies that are your level or higher, so it's kind of like rewarding you for sticking to the difficulty in a way, I guess, because you only have to worry about the Eye of Sauron debuff, like attack move, from enemies that are one level lower than you or higher. So like I'm level 20, so anything level 19 or higher will potentially Sauron snipe me. But I could also get Tokens of Heroism. I only have one so far, and I got it from a random bear back when I was like organizing my bag. But my plan is to do some of these non-repeatable quests first, and then to get into the repeatable quests, because I want to work on my Men of Bree rep. I'm about halfway to acquaintance, and I need to get to friend standing. And these repeatable ones, I'll need to go back to the Bree hunting lodge and turn them in, and also turn in tasks. So streams might be just the tiniest bit shorter for the next few days as I grind out that rep, because I like to not, I think they're daily repeatable too. Like with bounties, sometimes I like to only do them once and then wait until the next day to repeat them, so I'm not doing them 3 times in a row. But we'll see how that works out. At this point, I'm kind of just stalling for the raid. I can sell some hides. Also, why don't I go through... I gotta hoard stuff. I gotta hoard them like a dragon. It's all I have. Anything that doesn't tell me where it can be turned in is going. Bye-bye. I have almost 1 gold worth of task items. So then also I was gonna do. Might go ahead and start the raid now. I do plan to hand in task stuff, but I like to save it for when I'm actually grinding rep. And today in particular, I haven't been back to Breetown to go to that task board. But I will head over there probably tomorrow, potentially. And turn in some tasks there. Also, as you can see, the tokens of heroism one counts as a task. We're gonna raid Aubrey. It's her birthday. It's gonna be so much fun. See you guys there.